Welcome to another episode of Sixes in Six. So today's episode is going to be kind of reviewing the second round so far. And, it's been a bit too long since I last did an episode. And it's a shame, really, because I got a few hundred views on my last video. But work, takes priority and different life sort of situations that occur. So, but yeah, we got an opportunity now for me to go through it and hopefully go through what's really changed in the last couple of weeks since I last went and we swept the Nets. I was right in prediction that we'd get the Celtics. I know the Hawks did make it a bit scary to start off with, but it was always obvious I thought they were going to get through. But I think the overall sort of thing that I wanted to go through in this particular episode was especially around Doc Rivers and also around the way Tucker's influence in the game. So two people I didn't really think I'd be saying would have a major influence on us in the playoffs. Now, yes, I shouldn't be saying that I don't expect Rivers to have that massive influence, but I didn't think the coach was going to really break down and really make it about that tactical side of the game. I really thought he was just going to let how we've been playing all season, which is James Harden and be pick and roll, let the flow of the offense go, and call the odd play that they've got for inbound plays and things like that. But what he's really done is he's really done a good job in looking at and experimenting with different things. And I think the biggest thing from that is that he allowed the team to have like a free pass in game one, right? So I heard this somewhere else as well, but in game one, when you don't have Embiid, you can kind of test things out and see if it works because no one's expecting us to win that game. And, I certainly didn't think that we were going to win it. But what you do is you go, okay, let's see what matchups I can create for when Embiid is back and see what would work should that Embiid does come back for game two and we have him in game two, three, four. Because obviously, game one, we were still uncertain. I like to think that Rivers and the Sixers organization knew, but, the way Embiid can be, do you think, and the way the organization is, like, not really going into too much detail, not really sure. So anyway, I think he really exposed the different things that he could find. He knew, and I think we all knew that Embiid has got the matchup, so we don't have to worry about that. And then it was what can we do and who can we expose defensively? And I think the one person we've exposed defensively, or Harden certainly has been when Tatum's been on him, when Brogdon's been on him, he's really exposed him. Smart as well at times. Brown's been the one that's caused him a lot of issues, but once Embiid and him were clicking a bit more in game four and even in game five and setting screens a bit more easy for him, it was much easier. And also Maxey getting involved a bit more and also Harris. So, you saw in game five really what a true sort of Sixers performance and team is kind of built for and made for, which is, Harden will get you, late teens, early 20s and double digit assists and a few rebounds. Then you'll have your Embiid with your dominant performance, and also you're going to have your Maxey, Harris, or someone's going to step up and get a high scoring game. And it was Maxey, and I do think Harris would have also had the same thing should he have not had any foul trouble. There was a questionable call or two on Harris in that game. So yeah, massive props to Rivers. I think he's done really well, and I'll be the first to criticise him because I think he has just kind of let players play and kind of been relaxed with the way he's approached things. But fair play to him, and he put Daniel House in. We needed to change something defensively. A lot of us Sixers fans were probably saying more McDaniels. I did say House as well myself. I'm not trying to say I'm this super knowledgeable person, but I thought House would be an okay person to put in. Did okay in his little spells for the Nets, and when I have seen him. But yeah, he's done well, and he's probably earned himself some time in game six. So if he can do that and help us get that win, that'd be great. So House, definitely is going to get a little bit of love today. But Tucker, who does that hard work, is for me the one. And I know those true core Sixers fans, especially the ones, right to Ricky Sanchez, said it on their pod. And a lot of people that follow that, like me, are hardcore process followers and been following the team through thick and thin from the days of 10, 11 wing seasons where you just wanted to cry every night watching Henry Sims, Tony Roten play NBA basketball, and I love those guys. You know, genuinely nice guys. Met them. You know, Henry Sims in particular, which seemed quite a nice chap. Tony Roten as well, playing in Europe still, but they weren't NBA players, you know. And even Hollis Thompson, who I actually loved, he was probably one of the nicest guys I ever met, actually. But yeah, he's not an NBA player, you know, or a legit NBA player. So yeah. Anyway, off track a little bit on the process, sort of reminiscing. So with that, Tucker's just been he's just been great. You know, the way he got into MP's face on national TV, knowing, you know, you know you're gonna, cameras are there, you know you're gonna get caught. It's not like a regular season game where it's just maybe a local media pick it up. It's gonna be caught on national media. And you know, he said, you know, he said something to Embiid, and Embiid just got a bit more fire in his belly and went for it. And I think having that leadership has been a crucial part of it. You're seeing that, you know, the Knicks, for example, lack a little bit of an experience and playoff experience, and they're struggling. You look at how strong the Heat look and how strong Boston have looked, and that hurts me to say that, but they've got a lot of experience on their teams. And look at the Lakers, you know, they're going on a good run. Golden State as well. You know, there's experience there. The teams that are left have got a lot of experience on their team. And that's been the main missing piece for the Sixers over the last couple of years, is that experience, but not just experienced players. You know, because we've had Ilyasova, JJ Redick, people that can be getting stuck in that dog mentality, and Tucker's got that. So massive props to PJ Tucker. I think, you know, if we win a championship this year, he is playing a crucial part in it, and it won't show up in the box score and in the history books. People won't look at it like that, but people just have to go back and watch those games and say Tucker is one of the reasons why, because he has done a fantastic job. He's given me hope that my team will beat Boston in the second round for the first time in 41 years. So massive shout out to PJ Tucker. I really hope that, you know, this season does turn out really well for us, whether that is a NBA finals and maybe we do lose at the finals, and I will be heartbroken, but getting to the finals will be a massive achievement for us. Not saying that it's something that we shouldn't expect, but just to get over that hurdle and give us fans that sort of hope. And being Philadelphia sports fans, we've been hurt. You know, I'm not a massive Union fan, but you've had Union, you know, Phillies in the World Series, and you know, the team that I care just as much as I care about the Sixers in the Eagles losing in the Super Bowl, you know. And you know, I love all, you know, those three teams, you know, Philly, Sixers, and Eagles, and you know, it would be tough to see that happen again. But I'm confident. I don't want to look ahead, but I am confident that with Tucker, his attitude and the way that the players just seem very focused after each game and not getting too high and too low, that they're going to win this series and get into the Eastern Conference Finals against Miami. But yes, that's my sort of Sixers roundup. Might be over slightly 6 minutes. Apologies. But yeah, great game so far. Great series so far, and great game by House last night to come in and do what he did, and Tucker doing his thing, Embiid doing his thing, Harden doing his thing, Maxey having a good game, Harris coming in. Let's just get it done at home. You know, we've got the momentum with us now. Let's get it done, get ready, get rested, and play. Hopefully, I think it's Wednesday, so you get a few days rest. So hopefully, you know, just under a week's rest, and we'll win the Eastern Conference. Let's go for it. Let's go Sixers. I'm watching the Phillies game right now, 1-0 down. Let's go Phils. By the time this goes out, the game will probably be in the 8th or 9th inning. Thanks for watching, and all the best. Make sure you like, subscribe, and hit me up in the comments below. You know, like I say, I always want someone to join me when I do longer episodes.